Hi, welcome to the podcast entitled This Might Not Work Out. If you're new to the podcast, basically what it is me, TC, talking for 5 minutes about a topic. There's no edit, no filter, no nothing. It's just me rambling on and you with the ability to comment and perhaps share some ideas and things like that. So that's what we do over here and that's how it goes. For this episode, I wanted to read a quote from Soren Kierkegaard, who's Danish. I hope I pronounced that right. I may not have. And the quote says this: if you're born into a culture in which everyone has the same view, you wouldn't have the opportunity to develop genuine belief because your convictions are not subject to scrutiny. Essentially, if everyone is the same thing, no one is. So the example from that is if everyone's Lutheran, for example, then really no one is. You don't get to test your beliefs by seeking out other viewpoints if everyone is the same. And I was thinking about that the other day because it's very, excuse me, there's a little fly flying around here. It's very relevant to a lot of folks, and we don't even realize it. I think that, a lot of our beliefs and convictions are so strong, but they're rooted in ideas that come from our families and our cultures and our homes and all the same things that we've been indoctrinated into and that we've been fed since we were very, 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 very small. But a lot of us haven't had the opportunity to experience other things, other beliefs, other cultures, other ideas, other points of view. And so because of that, our understanding of things is extremely limited, but then also we double down on things that we sometimes really don't have any idea of what we're talking about because we've never seen things from a different perspective. And so it's just an interesting thought when you kind of step back and think about your own life. Like when I think about my own self and I'm reflective, I like to think that I have a diverse group of friends and family and lots of different ideas that have come across my path. However, I know from my younger days I was steeped and rooted in certain thoughts and beliefs that I hold very, 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 very dear to me. And I don't have fault with them or I don't question them. However, I know better than to think someone else has to be, vile or evil or horrible because they think something differently. But there's a lot of folks out there that unfortunately think that way. They think if someone is not with them, then they're against them. And that's not always the case, and that's not always the way. And what we need to really think about is how we're teaching our kids, because tolerance is important, understanding is important. It's good to value your culture and it's good to value the things that are important to you, but we need to teach our kids that you can value those things and not then go out and be completely negative and unfeeling and evil towards others who don't feel the same way. And it's just an interesting concept to think about, because if you get in courageous conversation or even arguments sometimes with folks, they'll be just so staunchly about one thing or a certain direction, and you have to kind of wonder, well, why do you think that? Do you think that because it's been proven to be true? Have you looked in other areas or from other viewpoints, or do you think that just because that's exactly what you've been told and what you've talked to other people about and everybody around you is the same? And so for real, like, we need to check our friend groups, check our social groups, and think about, if everything is exactly like you, are you really getting the full picture? And if you are, then that's awesome, because then you can really feel truly convicted about the things that you're convicted about. But if not, then you might need to change your view. All right, that's all. Take care. Bye-bye.